Now that the onions are nice and golden brown, we're going to empty them out into the bowl. Let them strain out of it because we don't want any of that nasty oil in it. And then we put them all into there. Good golden brown, crispy.
2 minutes.
Almost got them all out. It's alright if there is some oil in there because that's what gives it extra flavour and stuff. It smells gorgeous. It removes all the sourness, well most of the sourness, out of the onion and makes it nice, crunchy and sweeter. Now we're going to reheat the oil, getting it ready for the next batch. Now for the second batch coming in. So because we washed the potatoes, now they're really wet. We have to dry them before we fry them, because if we fry them when they're wet, then the water will bubble and boil, so please don't do that. Now we're frying the potatoes until they're a nice goldeny brown, crispy. Well, because when we did the onions they were browner, we're just doing these so they're slightly cooked.
Yeah, we're probably going with the eggs as well.
So we've just cooked them so they're nice and softer, and we've only cooked them about 80%. So now we're going to mix them with the eggs and cook them till they get to the 100%. So now that we've got most of the potatoes out, we're just going to let them cool whilst we do the second batch, because if you put the eggs with something else, like with the potatoes and the onions, whilst they're still hot, then it'll make them turn like scrambled eggs instead of like an omelette, which is what we're going for. Now we're gently cooking the second batch. And we've just finished frying the second lot of potatoes. We're going to mix them together and then let them cool. And then once they're cooled down, we're going to add some eggs. But first, we're going to put some seasoning on them. We're going to be using salt and pepper to season our potatoes and onions. So now we're going to be putting the eggs in there. So we're going to be using 10 eggs. So yeah. Make sure you wash your hands after doing this, because there can be lots of germs from eggs, from raw eggs, that shouldn't be on other foods.
We don't smash them, we just mix them gently.
So, once it's all mixed up, because it started to get all mixed up, we're going to put the frying pan back on the heat and put it to minimal high heat. So we're going to reuse this oil and put it back into this frying pan, so we're not wasting any decently good oil. Now putting the oil in there.
2 or 3 spoons, not much in that. Yeah, that'll go. 2.5.
Now that we've put the mixture in, we're just going to pat it down and wait for it to like turn into an omelette. So we're going to give it a bit of a shake to make sure it's not stuck, and then it's good, not stuck, and then we get a big plate to cover it,
Like that.
and just watch the magic.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is not looking good, isn't it? Okay. Okay. we are starting with potatoes.
So today guys we're going to be making a Spanish omelette. So we've got some ingredients that we need. But first of all we're going to be starting off with peeling all these potatoes. It's probably safer if you have a potato peeler at home, but because we don't have a potato peeler you can use an alternative as a knife. It works not as well, but it's another alternative. So let's get into it guys. So what we have to do now is we slice the potato into very thin, almost ring-like circles. This is so the potato is delicate, but it also has crunch when you bite into it. See how these are very, very thin slices? Yes, that's what it should be like. So, now that we've sliced all of our potatoes, we're going on to the onions. Here we go.
Big one onion.
Very big onions we're using today. Got to peel the skin off. One onion peeled. Now I'd have to get those little parts off that are really difficult to get off.
Okay.
There we go. One onion. Now moving on to the second one. Have to chop off the end part. Now we're peeling this onion. Wow, that one was a clean finish. Now guys, we're going to use this very special equipment for the onion, which makes it easier, very easier to slice.
And you need to be careful, otherwise you'll cut yourself.
It's very dangerous, so don't let any children handle this. That's all that's left of the onion. Look how beautiful that is.
What's that?
Gorgeously cut. Now time for the second one.
You have to be careful.
Have to be very careful when you get near the end. Very careful guys. Look at that. Isn't it just beautiful? Looks like... Just a little snack. Now we put the cooker on and put the pan on top. Just let it heat up, but be very careful. Make sure you're watching it because that cooker can get quite hot. Now that we've put the oil in, we're going to start frying those onions. Slicing the onion real thin. First onion in.
So we're going to do about 2 batches.
We're going to do 2 batches because we use quite a big onion.
Cabbage with potatoes.
Okay, so we have all these double it.
Yep. Yeah, cabbage. Give another 10 minutes. Cabbage is ready. Rice is ready there. There we go. Haya, cabbage ishakatakatwa. Hapo kuna pepper, vitunguu, viazi, mchele basmati, coconut milk, and tomato. And this is for mtapikia nini? Nitapikia na mchele hiyo vitunguu. Hizo kwa za mchuzi, hizo kwa za wali. Haya. Everything's ready. 2 cups of rice. Haya, leo tunapika cabbage. Sijawahi kupika hata siku moja. Nimeshakatakata hapo sasa, tunaangalia jinsi ya kupika sasa. Na nilikuwa nimeangalia jana usiku video nyingi za kwenye YouTube jinsi ya kupika cabbage. Haya, inshallah itatokea vizuri tu. Haya. Hapo mchuzi wa nyama.